Breaking news: Ukraine now has a new weapon thanks to the United States, but President Putin of Russia says that won't affect the outcome of the war. On Wednesday, local authorities reported that 2 civilians were killed in a Russian missile attack on an apartment building in southern Ukraine. This came as President Vladimir Putin downplayed the significance of a new US-supplied weapon that Kyiv used to execute one of the most damaging attacks on the Kremlin's air assets since the conflict began. When asked about the U.S. Army tactical missile system, ATACMS, Putin assured reporters that Russia will be able to repel any future attacks. On Tuesday, Ukraine claimed that its armed forces used these missiles to destroy 9 Russian helicopters, along with ammunition, an air defense system, and other assets at 2 airfields in Russian-controlled territory. With winter's impending arrival, both sides were attempting to strengthen their positions and gain an advantage on the battlefield. Since Russia will have to disperse its aircraft and ammunition depots due to the ATACMS, this will alter the battlefield layout to some degree. Aircraft were used to halt the Ukrainian counteroffensive. Putin told reporters during his visit to Beijing that the ATACMS presents a new danger, but that it would not affect the situation along the 1,500-kilometer, 932-mile, front line. For Ukraine, in this sense, there's nothing good, it only prolongs the agony, he said. U.S. decision to supply the ATACMS has been called reckless and a grave mistake by Russia's ambassador to the U.S., Anatoly Antonov, who also claims that it will not change the outcome of the war. A prolonged war of attrition is expected to continue at least into next year as the fighting has largely ground to a stalemate. On Wednesday, the British Ministry of Defence claimed that Russian-backed forces in eastern Ukraine were making advances. It is highly unlikely the Russians will achieve their goal of a major breakthrough, according to an assessment published on social media platform X, formerly Twitter, which indicates that the areas are well defended. On Wednesday, a Russian missile struck a building in the central district of Zaporizhia, a city in southern Ukraine, killing 2 civilians and wounding at least 3 others, according to the governor of the region, Yuri Malashko. According to Malashko, 6 S-300 missiles were used in the attack, and it only took them 42 seconds to travel from Russian-controlled territory in Ukraine to the city. Russian military officials have claimed downing 28 Ukrainian drones in the Belgorod and Kursk regions as well as the Black Sea region. There was no additional information given. The conflicting claims from the battlefield could not be independently verified right away. On Wednesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin praised Chinese President Xi Jinping's Belt and Road Initiative, calling it important, global, and future-oriented. Source: The Xinhua Network.